What's up guys, LBF back here, back again with another Vans review, and today I got a pair of old schools from the latest Vans and NASA collaboration, which dropped today, November the 2nd. The collection title is Space Voyager, colorway is Firecracker, these are size 13, and retailed on these was $85. Comes in your standard Vans box here, nothing special. This collection released with several shoes as well as some apparel pieces and a couple of accessories. You had two old schools, two skate high 46 MTEs, two youth shoes, and two toddler shoes in the collection. And then I believe all of the adult shoes went from a 3.5 up to a 13. So you got a full size run on those, a little bit of something for everybody in the family. The collection, the NASA collection here, is in honor of their 60-year anniversary. So I think each shoe kind of represents a different mission. Like I know the two skate highs are different. I think one is the Apollo, the other one is Voyager, I believe. Don't quote me on that though, but they do have different patches, Velcro patches on them. So that was definitely really cool. But as far as the old schools go, I don't know if they represent a specific mission or anything like that, because they're pretty basic. Not really a whole lot going on as far as the detailing on it, other than of course the NASA hit on the side here. There is some blueprints on the insole, which I'll get into a little bit later, but those are the blueprints of an Apollo like shuttle rocket on there. So if anything, I guess it would represent that one, but otherwise fairly simple. The most popular shoes in this collection were by far the off-white old school and then the off-white skate high. I'm assuming because they're most similar to like the actual moon boots in color, but these ones were by far my favorite. The orange ones here, I figured they were the most standout-ish in the collection, super wild and bright. And this color is just insane. It just pops so much, so vibrant. The white old schools are probably the rarest of the collection just because they were not available at Vans stores or on the Vans website. So I guess you can call that like an out-of-shop exclusive. Boutiques are gonna have it, and then any other store that carried the collection, the NASA collection that wasn't a Vans store. A lot of cool details on the shoe though. As I mentioned earlier, we got this NASA hit on the side with the JFK Space Center on the bottom. You got this super cool ribbed midsole here, and it is on the toe and on the heel here, just like on an MTE style, which is pretty cool. And this is exactly how the first moon boots were. They had like this ribbed design on the toe, so kind of like an ode to those. Pretty cool. You got your red off the wall skateboard hit on the heel tab there with the Velcro American flag patch on the back. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be flipping this upside down, but I think I'll leave it as is. It's pretty cool. On the medial side of the midsole here, you have the Benefit for All, which is kind of sticking out here with definitely a nice little touch and something that's pretty subtle. Not a lot of people are gonna see that. As far as the upper goes, this is like a really plush leather, and I have worn these a couple of times so far. Not too much creasing going on here, so hopefully it doesn't get too wrecked, but you can see a little bit just on that toe box area. A very nice leather though. For a GR, not bad at all. You have the jazz stripe, which is kind of just like hidden into this. You just got the stitch on there in that same matching Firecracker color. Probably my favorite part about this shoe is this outsole. And I know that we've seen this before. I can't remember which vault just dropped with this, but there was a pair of vaults that had, I think it might have been those like off-white knockoff ones that people were all psyched on. They had some kind of mixed gum sole, outsole. So here we have like the lighter gum, the lightest gum here, and then we got the regular gum, a little bit darker, the darkest, and then this is another kind of like regular gum on the heel, but just such a sick outsole. And this was the same design for the skate highs in the collection as well, which feature the MTE outsole, so they do stick out. I think that was one of my biggest concerns on this shoe, was the fact that the skate highs were an MTE DX on top of that. So of course they have like the better insoles. They have the Ultra Cush insoles. Whereas these old schools are pretty much just basic Old Schools. There's no extra like Ultra Cush insoles in them. They're not MTEs, nothing. Just totally basic Old School with all of these little details added onto it. So that was a little bit of a bummer. I mean, I'm sure not a lot of people are complaining on them. Still 6 shoe, and honestly, these are still very comfortable. Probably a little bit more comfortable than a standard Old School to me. I think I just feel like they're a little roomy with this leather being so flexible. But yeah, if this was an actual MTE Old School, they would have knocked this one out of the park. I think it would have been amazing. The laces that come with these are these black rope-ish style laces. And honestly, these are almost identical to SB laces. So if you guys are familiar with those, we have these black metal eyelets on the side here, which are pretty cool. You got this really unique nylon tongue on here, and then these little pull tabs on the tongue with like an eyelet on the top there. And then if you put these together, they read Shuttle Mission or Mission Shuttle, whatever you want to call it. So that's pretty cool. Each shoe's a little bit different. You have this crazy like foam, exposed foam collar here, which honestly, I haven't really looked at this compared to a regular Old School, but it does seem like it comes up a little bit more than a standard Old School does. This was a concern to me at first before I tried these on, because I thought that this might like dig into your heel, like this little area back here. But honestly, I can't even tell that this like exposed foam is here. So it's just a nice, cool touch. And this is also supposed to be in honor of like the original moon boots. I don't know if they like used foam in like the construction. I know they didn't have exposed foam on it, so I'm not too sure what's up with that, but pretty cool nonetheless. Definitely different. And on the skate highs, the foam is kind of like going down some of the stitching. It might be on the top as well. It's kind of all over the place. On the interior of the shoes, we have these crazy like blueprints on here, and I think these are the Apollo shuttle blueprints. Each shoe has like a different design on it. So this is the left shoe here, and the right one's a little different. I'll show you guys a picture of it. But yeah, pretty solid shoe all around. Very comfortable. Like I mentioned before, this material gives a little bit, so it's definitely a little bit different than a standard Old School. Super comfortable shoe. These guys are going fast. I highly suggest you guys pick these up as soon as possible. The apparel pieces in this collection were on point. There's like a windbreaker with the same orange and black combination. That's just too dope. And also a hoodie that I copped, a Voyager hoodie, that was pretty solid as well. So you guys can check out the entire collection in the link below. I'll leave it to the Vans website. Hopefully there's still some stuff available. Hope you guys enjoy the review, and be sure to stay tuned for the on feed.